In this video, I'm going to show you exactly the simple funnel that you're going to use to make an extra $250 a day, 300, maybe even $500 per day, depending on what you're willing to put into this and the time you're willing to dedicate to it. Now, it's not a get rich overnight thing. It's going to take effort on your part, but it is not harder than going into a 9 to 5, working under someone else's thumb, not knowing what your, prospects are for the next several years and just doing the same thing over and over again. It is much easier than that and simpler than that. It's more fun, more fulfilling. And I know this because I've been doing it for the past however many years, several years. Right now, I make about $4,000 per day on average. So I'm talking to you about less than a tenth of that, and I'm going to show you how you can do it. Because what happens is people do these videos and they tell you how much they're making, and they're making 100,000 a month and $1 million every day, whatever. And you're like, well, that doesn't seem attainable to me. That's so far away from what I think I can do. And I don't really want all that or need all that right this moment, right? It's like, of course, I would take it, but I really just want a way to just swap out that $100 a day that I'm making at work or that $200 a day that I'm making at work, right? If you could replace your current salary, your current hourly wage, working from home or anywhere you want in the world, doing what you enjoy doing and not even working that many hours, wouldn't you want to do that? If you are interested in what I'm talking about, what I would like for you to do is leave a comment right now, like drop everything, stop everything you're doing. If you're on TV, jump on a laptop, jump on your phone, and I want you to leave a comment and I want you to say, I'm ready. Because it'll tell me that you're ready for this, that it's not just a one-way street of me telling you this really a great information, valuable information, because I'm going to tell you by the end of this video, you'll know how to do it. I'm not going to charge you anything. It's a free video. So just let me know in the comments that you're here, you're ready. And then also subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe to my channel, you also help me boost it out to other people. And I want as many people as possible who are like us to get this information. Okay? So like us, what does that mean? Entrepreneurs, people who are tired of working a 9 to 5 or working for somebody else. Maybe you enjoy your job. You're one of the few people who do, but you want to have options. You want to have this side gig. Do you want to have a side hustle? Like, talk to me about, I make a lot of assumptions. So tell me what you want to do. Do you want to have a side hustle? Do you want to have like a replace your salary altogether? Do you want to just have a hobby? Talk to me a little bit about what you want. Either way, no matter what you answer, this video is going to help you accomplish it. Okay, so what we're talking about, let me show you some real evidence to get you started here. Let me tell you what I'm doing here. So I woke up this morning and this is March of 2026. I woke up this morning and I realized that I had reached more than $400,000 on Stan Store. And I reached 300,000, altogether from, I think it was May 2025. And I reached 300. That's when I started. And I reached 300,000 January 15th, 2025, 2026. And the reason I know that is because I was actually at Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V's headquarters in New York, after having won a Stan Store contest with 10 or 12 other people who won the contest with Stan's founder and CEO, John, in the building, like in the room with us. And it was that day, just coincidentally, that I reached 300,000 and it just blew my mind. I'm like, whoa. And this another 100,000 plus happened so fast that I didn't even notice it happened until today. And I'm like, whoa, I'm over 400,000. And I did the math. I'm like, that's just a few weeks later that whole 100,000 plus happened. So if you think about what I'm going to show you here, I want you to think about three main things. So I'm going to ask you to take notes. If I'm going to give you all this information for free, I'm happy to do it, but I would really appreciate if you took notes and you really took it to heart because I work with thousands of entrepreneurs every single day. Inside of Your First 5K, there's a link to it in the description and pinned comment below. It's free, right? But I work with 18, 19,000 of them every day. And we have about a 50% activity rate. So it's like maybe half of that every day. And I can tell the difference between the ones who make money with what I teach and the ones who do not make money with what I teach. And it has to do with them taking notes, being actively learning, not just like consuming a video and just like passively watching. They're asking questions in the comments. They're attending live things. I even have this 5-day YouTube revenue challenge coming up that I think is going to really change things for a lot of people. I'll put the link in the pinned comment at the very least. I'll put that below. But it's like active. It's active. Okay. And you start by watching this video, but you take notes. You're actively learning. And then the most important thing is that you do something about it. Please don't just watch this like it's Netflix and do nothing about it, thinking, oh, I could never get there. We're not trying to get you to $413,000 right this moment. What we're trying to do is get you to $200, $250, $300 extra per day. Because when you do the math on that, we're talking about 6,000 a month, 7,500 a month, $9,000 per month just by being online and not going into work. Okay. So, Stan Store. What is Stan Store? Just so you can have an understanding of Stan Store. Stan is this really cool, and this is more, if you want to look at the screen here while I'm talking, more stats. This is a really cool platform that just gives you very simple sales pages. Like it's a sales page, right? It's like a vending machine online, basically. You just have this one simple page, and I'll even click out to show you what it looks like once you do it. So this is what my live one looks like on desktop. And on mobile, on mobile, it's even more basic, and it's like on purpose, really basic. So you just have these offers. You, when you start on Stan, and I've taught thousands of people how to do this, so I know what I'm talking about, okay? When you start on Stan, pay attention. When you start on Stan, you're going to have a free lead magnet, so a freebie, something that is for free that people exchange their email address for, because you're going to keep up with them and nurture them with their email, all from Stan. And you're going to have one or two paid products. You'll have a digital product that costs anywhere from $7, $27, $99 in that range, nothing more. And you'll have maybe a one-on-one call that is $99 or something like that, just to get started. I used to do $30 ones, and they got me really far. You're going to have very simple. So mine, when you look at mine, this is like advanced, right? I have all of these different things, but I started with one. I started with this get paid on YouTube from day one signature course. And then I built over time. So if you go to stan.store/Arlan, just like it's showing you on the screen, that's what you can do. Okay. You can see it in real time. Look at it on mobile, see how it's simple it is. And if you don't like these colors for your own, you actually get like 10 or 12 different design options and different color options, different fonts, things like that to make yours feel a little bit more like you. But the point of it is not to, I talk about this all the time. Like people get so stuck in logos and names of things and color schemes. This is meant to make it super simple for you so you don't have to get lost in that. You just select one and you try it out, and maybe you'll select another one the next week and you'll see which one does better, right? You don't have to do all this like figuring, oh, what does my website look like and what should this menu look like? So you're going to have that. And yes, Stan Store itself costs money. So what I'm doing is I'm telling you how it works. I'm not saying to you that everybody who watches this video can afford what I'm talking about. I don't think you can. Like some people can't. They tell me in the comments, hey, I can't afford $29 a month. I just can't. But I'm talking to you and telling you what it takes. And if you want to be somebody who has more money than you have excuses, you're going to find a way to give this a try. So it does come with a 14-day free trial that could potentially, if you do how I teach you, it could help you make the money that you need to pay for it before the 14 days are up. So 14-day free trial for Stan. You set things up. Now, I have I have free training on my YouTube channel and Your First 5K, which is linked below. Free training, all kinds of free training about Stan. I also have a $99 product that is called Stan Operating System and Stan OS for short. And what it does is it like gives you all of these AI tools that help you figure out what your lead magnet is going to be and then build it for you. And then it helps you figure out what your paid offer will be and then it builds it for you and so on, right? It gives you all the sales copy. It does a bunch of stuff for you and it gives you training if you want that. So if you want that, it's actually, you can find it on my Stan store down here, Stan Operating System. You can find it on my Stan store. But you don't have to have that to do what I'm teaching you. It just makes it easier and faster. Okay? So I know people are going to comment. They're going to be like, well, I can't afford that. I'm not telling you you have to afford it. I'm telling you that this is the way that if you want to have sustainable income, if you want to replace your salary, this is a way that has worked for a lot of people that I've taught and for me. Okay? So you have this free lead magnet and you have one or two paid offers. And when you think about, so that's going to be part of your funnel. So I want you to write that down. Stan, I'm writing down too. I like to take notes when I teach. So Stan, you're going to have. Then another part of your funnel is going to be Skool. Again, this is something that costs money. So you get a 14-day free trial. Again, if you're like really like me, where you're trying to be, you're an entrepreneur, so you're going to try to make it work. Free day trial, cancel it if you don't want to continue before the free days are up. Like think about that. Take 2 weeks and try this before the free days are up. Then after that, it's just $9 per month. $9 per month to have the entry level Skool account. And what you do here is this is one of my memberships. This is the one that has a ton of members. It has more than 18,000 members. You can see right here on the screen. And what I do is I have a freemium version of this Skool. So you can have different versions where you ever click on a Skool, if you're not familiar with Skool, it's like having a Facebook group, but you can monetize it better. It's like it's its own platform, Skool, and you can see it here, how to spell it up here. But it's like your membership, your hangout. And there are about 20 million people who are on it, 200,000 Skool owners. So very cool. 1 in 100 people who is on Skool has their own membership. And you don't have to do this part, but I'm telling you, if you want to make that 250, 300 extra a day, this will help you have that rounded version. So what you're going to do here is you're going to decide, do I want to have it where people come in and they pay a certain amount of money to join per month or per year? And maybe it's $20 a month and $150 a year, or maybe it's $49 a month and $400 a year, something like that. I like to do the $9 a month, $50 a year version. I think that works really well because it adds up and it's easy for people to make a split decision, especially if it's a really great, it's a great school. That's one version, and a lot of people do well there. And I'll show you what I mean when I say a lot of people. So if we look at discovery, like this person who's #1 on the whole site, they have a pickleball school and they have 1.3 thousand members and it costs $49 a month. And I'm sure if you click on it, oh, there's a free trial for that one. That's a particular one. But let's see. This one's free. So I'll tell you about the free in a second. This one's 441 members. It's a dance academy and it's $99 a month. And then this one is the Lady Change and it's 2,001.1 members and it is $37 a month. So these are like some of the best, most, active, I mean, in the whole platform. This one is even 91 members, 6,000 a year. So you can even do high ticket if you're used to doing high ticket. Yes, Skool is for that too. I have a couple of high ticket schools that I have. I'll show you one of them. Inner Circle is one. It costs 6,000 a year. And then I'm gonna come back to this. So there's that version. And there's just a way that people have made money from that. I'm going to show you like the big way to do all of this, but I'm showing you the pieces of the funnel. There's another version like Your First 5K, which is free to join. But then while you're in it, let's see, hold on a second. When it's free to join, but you can upgrade. So it's $0 for standard. So you get my signature 5-day $100 offer challenge, which everybody's been taking and making money off of. There's a lot of evidence proof inside. You can see for yourself. They get my core Your First K training, which is really, really, really helpful. They get guest coaches, like if I'll show you in a minute our calendar, and then they get this incredible community, all for free. Like you get that when if you join today. But then people can upgrade. So for $50 a year, which is not that much, they also get this huge YouTube monetization workshop replay where I filmed this live at a studio a few weeks ago and it cost $1,500 to be in the room. And then they get to stream my upcoming Your First Million live in April. They get to stream it, and nobody else gets to stream it unless they're this, or you can reach a certain level for free, and it takes a lot of like activity on your part. So I wanted to make it accessible for everybody, but you can come in for free and check that out. And then they get a bunch of bonuses, including this Alex Hormozy bonus that I put together when I won his contest, because I keep winning all these contests. Okay. Then there's a 360 and you get all this stuff, right? So my point is, it's not to sell this to you. There are 19,000 people in there. It's working. I'm telling you what to do. Like you could with this version of it have a free membership, which is, can I tell you how simple it is to sell a free thing, a valuable free thing? Just say, hey, I have a gift for you. Go to it. You could have this free version and then have some upgrades that you talk about throughout the week and the month. And then a small percentage of people will upgrade because they want this extra stuff. And I do these implementation calls with me every Tuesday in the 360. That's the most thing that people are getting from that, like they're like signing up for. So it's like I'm coaching. I mean, I coach people. So there's all of that, right? And so that's part of it. So you have your stand store and you have your Skool. Now, let's say you don't want to have both because it feels like a lot. Which one should you have? I'm telling you, I know it's hard to hear, but you can just choose either one, whichever one speaks to you more. If you want to be more hands-on and you want to have more of a relationship with your audience and your customers, then you're going to choose Skool because Skool is going to help you have this whole hangout vibe. Like you get to talk to people. Look at all these comments, right? Like it's just amazing. People are commenting right now, 5.7 thousand comments, and I put it up 4 days ago. That's not going to be what happens to your channel. Yours is going to be maybe 30 people are in it. And maybe somebody speaks twice, 3 times a week, but you're going to grow it over time. And that's what I would choose if I wanted to like have more of like, oh, I want this to be like a club. I want it to be like a membership. It's a group of people and we kind of build it over time and they're going to give me feedback and stuff. If you want it to be more hands off, you make something once and then your job is just to promote it, promote it, promote it. That's going to be more like for Stan, a digital product or even phone calls, but they're, paid for. And you're going to do that. You're going to choose. If it were me, I would do both because they both work so well together. They just work so well together. I've won the Skool games. I've won the stand games now. And I would not, if they said you have to get rid of one of them, I would not know which one to get rid of. They work so well together. Now, let me tell you what's going to bring all of this together. The big thing that's going to bring all this together, and I want you to have this as your biggest takeaway. YouTube. So you're watching this on YouTube, most likely. You may be watching it on my membership as well, but you're watching this on YouTube. And as of right now, March 2026, I have 824 824 videos. Most of those are long form. Maybe 700 of those plus are long form. And when I say long form, you see 28 minutes, 12 minutes, 43 minutes, 53 minutes. This one's probably 30 minutes itself, 40 minutes itself, right? But you notice something. So I have more than 200,000 subscribers, which I recently reached that, which is awesome. But you'll notice like This video from 2 days ago has 1.4 thousand views, which is a lot of views for most people, but for somebody with 200,000 subscribers, it's not a lot of views. This one right before it, the day before, has 14,000 views, these both. But let me tell you something about these two videos. Let me tell you something about these two videos, okay? They both make me money. And they make me money in more than one way. So this one, I want you to know that I am doing a 5-day YouTube revenue challenge coming up very soon. And I want you to look at the links below. They'll be in the description and definitely in the pinned comment, because sometimes the description changes altogether. And I kind of change, but I always have that pinned comment. And you're going to go click on that 5-day challenge, because if you made it this far in the video, you're serious. And you're going to look at that 5-day challenge, and it is so accessible. The price is so accessible for what you will learn. You know how I said before that if they said Stan or Skool, which one would I get rid of? I don't know, because they're both so amazing. I tell you what I wouldn't get rid of ever, ever, ever is YouTube. Now, if YouTube itself ever exploded or something happened there, I'd be okay, because I would just learn something new. And we have to be flexible, because we just don't control these things, right? But I have to tell you what I mean by this is that YouTube is so powerful. The past 18 months now, for 4.5 years on this channel, it was doing bupkis. It was not working. But the last 18 months, going into the 6th year, it has gone crazy. And it's not really about how many views I get, because I can get 1.4 thousand views or 14,000 views, and they both make me money. So I'm going to do those like I'm never going to be disappointed with the view count. Most people think about, oh, how many views did it get? How many subscribers do I have? That doesn't matter. I'm telling you, as someone who makes money from this every day, I study it all day long. I have multiple dozens of clients that I work with and consult about YouTube, including millionaires, including people who had just started yesterday. It is about how the YouTube algorithm works and how precise it is finding your right audience. If you give it the right content and you package it well with your titles and your thumbnails, notice my thumbnails are pretty simple. How to make money, picture of me, clear as it can be. How to make $500 by Friday, you have to see this. Very clear. This other one is a picture of a Stripe, uh, uh, you know, dashboard. Start with zero, real proof showing how my members actually make money. It's not rocket science. It's just you learn a couple of really important things about what works, how many characters, how color schemes, how close things should be, how if your face should be in it or not. And that's what I'm teaching in my 5-day YouTube revenue challenge are these things. Okay? So look at the links below, sign up. And what happens is, because I take the time, now I do very long videos, as you can see right here in this video, but you don't have to do these long videos. You could do a 10-minute video, a 15-minute video. And you could put it up once per week. I do it all the time, but you could put up yours once per week. If you give YouTube great content, great packaging, it will get your message in front of people who want to see it. They're either searching for it because YouTube is owned by Google. So it is like using that infrastructure, or they've watched something else that tells YouTube that they would want to watch yours too. So this is happening on like the second you upload, it is starting to happen. It's so cool. Let me show you a little bit of my stats. Actually, I don't think I can show you the stats 'cause I'm not signed in, but I'll tell you this. Every single day, thousands of people find my YouTube channel. Like, wait, let me say that again. Every day, thousands of people find my YouTube channel. So I make anywhere between $9,000 and $12,000 a month from AdSense, from one way to make money on YouTube. So we have our funnel. Let me tell you. So now we have our funnel. We have Stan, we have Skool, and we have YouTube. Not in any kind of order, because really, what's going to happen is YouTube's going to sit up here at the top, and you're going to put content on YouTube, and you're going to learn the specificities of it, and you're going to take my 5-day challenge, and you'll know everything you need to know after that. You're going to post something once or twice a week that's long form, that's 8 minutes or more, okay? Because that's where the trust is built. That's where the real conversion happens, the real sales. You might want to do shorts. You can get your feet wet. You can practice and you get a lot of views. But is that translating to people going to your site and buying, going to your stand and buying something, going to your school and joining? If it's not, which mostly it doesn't, then you're going to want to focus on long form. Save yourself some time and just focus on long form out the gate. Okay? So let me know in the comments if this is helping you. Tell me in the comments, hey, this really helped me. I'm still here. I'm still learning. I'm still taking notes. So you're going to have up here YouTube, and then you're going to say in your YouTube videos, you're going to teach one thing per video. Just teach one thing. When you know what your offer is, and that's, of course, day one of the 5-day challenge, we figure out what your niche and your offer is. All good. And you can learn that from my YouTube channels. Don't let that stop you. Like, I don't know what to sell. Don't let that stop you right now. You're going to figure out what to sell. And then you're going to you're going to talk about something when it comes to that topic that your target audience, your ideal audience, is going to want to know about. And you're going to break that down. Now, I'll tell you a quick tip about how to figure out what videos to put up. There's a lot more to this, but this will help you if you're like, hey, I want to get started today. I just want to practice. Go to ChatGPT or Claude and type in a prompt that said, like a sentence that's called a prompt, and say, think about your topic, like your high level topic. Let's say your topic was hula hooping, because I have a hula hoop over here. You're going to say, how does someone learn how to hula hoop? And it's going to tell you, like, tell me the 10 steps. Sorry, this is better. Tell me the 10 steps of learning how to hula hoop. It's going to give you 10 steps. So those 10 steps, each of those could be a video. So you already have 10 weeks of videos right there. But here's something even cooler. If you made it to this part of the video, you're going to get the real sauce. Take number 1 and copy it and say, what are the 10 steps of this? And you can do that for all 10, and then you'll have 110 videos. That's just a simple way to get started. Now, of course, you're not going to just do all those videos and that's what it is, but it gets you started. You just look through those 110 or these 30 or whatever you pull up, and you say, which one do I want to do first? Boom, I'm going to do that one. And that's for any topic. How do I make milk? Anything you could do this for. How does someone make $10,000 a month? Boom. So then you take that, you make videos, you have a call to action inside of the video. So you say, I'm doing this, or I have calls, or I have a course, or I have a school or a membership, or I have a free guide for you. And then you put that free guide on Stan and or Skool. And you say, look in the description below, look in the pinned comment, one of the two or both. Go ahead, grab that. Now, here's a tip for you. You want to say this early in the video. So let's say your video is going to be like 10 minutes long. and you've decided what the video will be. You have some outlines of what you're going to talk about. You're going to talk right to the camera. Just open up Zoom or take your phone. Don't have to be fancy when you get started. And I'm proof of that, right? Look at me. Like this is just a Zoom. You're going to then, let's say it's a 10-minute video. You're going to say this call to action within the first 2 minutes, not the first sentence. Your first sentences need to be your hook, and I'll teach you all about that. Your first sentences need to be, what is this video about? Like talking to the person about the video. But right, what most people do is they won't even talk about their call to action, their thing of what they're selling, or what they want you to sign up for free. Or if they do, they bury it at the very end. So if you go back on this video and you watch this video again, you'll see that I did a couple of calls to action early on. I did a make a comment, subscribe. These are things I would like for you to do. So they're call to action, right? A CTA. Leave a comment, subscribe, which I would love for you to do. I then talked about my Stan OS, Stan operating system. I talked about my 5-day YouTube revenue challenge. This video is going to make me money in a few ways. It's going to send people to these different things. So it'll send it to directly to my Stan store, directly to my Skool, directly to my challenge. So I'll make money that way. I'm also going to be paid by YouTube some amount of money, depending on how many views I get. I may get paid $50 or I may get paid $5,000, depending on how many views this video gets. Usually it's somewhere between $300 and $1,000 over a few weeks' time per video. Okay. And then I'm going to get paid because people are going to come back and build trust over time. And maybe the 7th video they watch, they'll do something. Do you see how this works? So you're going to have YouTube at the top. You're going to build it over time, and you're going to drive people to your Skool and to your Stan store. And you're going to have them working together. And over time, you'll learn from me how to really do that in a robust way, more advanced way. But even if you started with YouTube video, talks about subject, sends people to Stan store for lead magnet, and 1 out of 10 people who went and got the lead magnet get the $27 thing that you're selling, that's $27. That's $2.7 for every free lead you send. Think about this. So you're saying to yourself, okay, how do I do this by tomorrow then? Like, how do I start this tomorrow? Well, that means that you take an action today. Today, you start your YouTube channel, learn, like you get it set up. So you can start doing a couple things you have to do in order to post. You have to like confirm it and do those things. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. If you don't, you can start one. So you can just type into YouTube, how do I start a YouTube channel? Watch a 15-minute video about it, and then do what it says to do. That's an action you could take today. And then what you could do is you could say, okay, I need to have something that I'm selling. So am I going to go to Stan, or I'm going to start a Skool? I'm going to start my 14-day free trial on one or both of these. And I'm going to put something up. I'm going to sell something. I'm going to at least, if I have no offer whatsoever, I'm going to sell a phone call, a $27 phone call with me, or a $27 course that I'm going to pre-sell, or I'm going to sell it, put it together today. You're going to take an action. And what most people are going to do, 90% of people, 99% of people are going to say, I can't do that. That's too fast. I can't do anything by tomorrow. This is fake. Meanwhile, the people who do it. And I see it every single day. I get these messages every single day. Like if you go over here to my Your First 5K club, and let's see, the one I have pinned right now that I put up 17 hours ago, 360 pass, weekly wins recap. Boom. Okay, so these people all who started with nothing, like they didn't know how to do this stuff. So Sammy built a lovable page for my sister's business. Lisa, been consistent with posting 2 YouTube videos per week. She didn't start that way, right? The other Lisa, I'm on my 5th week posting 2 videos per week, tightened my offer. Julie, started my YouTube channel, awesome. Lucy says, I started my Stan store and I have 2 sales already. This is like the past week, okay? Christina says, I got my first business coaching client and got my stand store started, and I put up this attached where she puts this here. Like, I love it. Awesome. And she's part of these 360 calls that we're doing. And then Wit says, got 2 more sales on my YouTube timestamp app that I created with Lovable because I teach Lovable too. And then Rosalind says, I worked on traffic. I used the Instagram caption generator from the Plug and Profit, and I gained followers from using the generator. So, like, that's a good example. I have here, because if you're thinking about what you could sell, I have here an Instagram caption generator. It's an AI tool. I charge $17 for it. It's on sale from $39. It's $17. And when you go to it, you type in your niche, your topic, anything you're interested in, and it gives you all these different Instagram captions that you can use. And it's really awesome. And this person just said, I worked on traffic, used the Instagram caption generator, and I gained followers from using the generator. So think about that, $17. They didn't have to think too hard to grab that. But now we're going to do the math because let's say you have YouTube itself, just the AdSense alone, after you get monetized, which you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That's going to take you a few weeks to make happen. Don't worry about that right off the bat. But let's just say that that helps you make $20 to $50 per day. So put this math down. Let's just say it helps you because I've seen this happen. About $1,000 a month, okay? Already we're at $1,000 a month. Crazy. Now, let's say the stand store, you have a $17 product and a $27 product, and that 27 can even be a call with you, 30-minute call where, spoiler alert, you'll learn how to upsell to more, higher ticket things. But let's say you have a call or maybe even have a free call on Stan, but you upsell your Skool. That costs money, okay? And let's say on Stan, you're able to sell one of each per day. That's $44. So you have another 44. You have, let's say you have 36 because we did 20 to 50 on YouTube, and that's $80. And then let's say on Skool, you are nurturing it in such a way that you're able to make $100 to $200 per day because maybe once a day or every 2 days, let's say every 2 days, somebody upgrades to your $100, $200 yearly membership. So like you have 100 members who are free, and then every 2 days, one person upgrades to the 200 per year to get this big bonus tier. So you've made $100. So now you're at $180 extra a day. And it's just from your YouTube videos telling people, hey, there's this thing over here. So I'll do another math for you, like really specific. You have a YouTube video. And again, I'm just taking notes here because it helps me with the math. You have a YouTube video. That video gets 200 views in 1 month. I'm just giving you the most realistic stuff. Like I get thousands of views, but let's just say realistic, 200 views in 1 month because you have all the packaging right. It's a 20-minute video and you have like some really great depth in it and people are stoked. Let's say out of those 200, 20 people visit your stand store because you're doing a great call to action. You have it linked everywhere and everybody knows to go there. That is very, very reasonable. When 20 people visit, let's say you have a 10% conversion on average and 2 people buy and they spend an average of $20. So that's $40 per video. Let's say you do 3 videos per week with just that call to, like just that funnel. That's already $120 that week extra. That's just happening in the background from something that you built once. You're going to have, like I just did with this video, you're going to have people going there. You're going to have people going to your Skool. You're going to have somebody who you get on a call with and they're going to realize, oh, I can actually help you even more. So do you want to get this $500 call package? You're going to do my teach, show, do, where I teach you how to teach something like a course. $27 course, $99 course on Stan. I'm going to show you how to do, which is, I'm sorry, show, which is maybe my 5-day YouTube revenue challenge is definitely show, because I'm going to walk you through, I'm going to hold your hand, walk you through it. That costs $99 sale price. It goes up. You know, you may see it at $199. And do. So I have a do it for you version of this where my team edits your videos, your YouTube videos. I tell you exactly what to film. I tell you this, and that costs thousands of dollars. So you could have this funnel of the YouTube videos are sending people to get into your world. You're nurturing people in Skool. They're seeing you're getting those hits, those adrenaline hits of the sales going on Stan. And then as you nurture them, 2 weeks later, 4 weeks, 7 weeks later, someone says, "Oh, I want to join. I want to upgrade to their $200 a year school because I get all this other stuff, or I get a free call with them or something like that." So you're bringing that in. Now, if you want the simplest version of this, let's say you don't do Skool and you just do YouTube at the top with an arrow, and you're writing these notes, you're putting an arrow down to the word stand, and you have a $99 digital product on Stan. Just one, you don't even have a freebie. You just have one $99 digital product. And you just make videos about that product over and over again from different angles, talking to your ideal customer. And you sell 2 of these a day. That's $200 a day. Not even a weekday, a day. That's $6,000 a month. $6,000 a month from selling a digital product that costs $99 to buy, that you made once. You built it once and you sell it. And so what I want you to really take away from this right now, because you're like, how do I start tomorrow? Start your YouTube channel. And YouTube is going to take a little while to get going, but you can start it. People get views all the time, same day. Start it, because don't make the excuse that it takes time. It does take time. As you start it, set up your Stan store or your Skool, one of the two. But I would set up my Stan if I want to do the fastest. Set up your Stan store. Have a product on there. Do the 14-day free trial and say, I want to make this money in order to pay for this $29 a month or the 99 version. Put up a $99 product and start putting up content. Take my 5-day challenge. It's a YouTube revenue challenge that is going to help you take all of this. Like, I just gave you the surface, very surface of what is possible. I'm going to tell you the exact scripts, templates, the steps you take. I'm going to give you the AI tools, everything you need to make all of this work. But if you just want to get started, start with this. And yes, you could do this on Instagram, LinkedIn, Substack, Threads. You could do it from different angles. If you want to give it a try and just see if you can get $99 sold in the next 24 hours, set up the Stan store, set up your YouTube channel, have that going. Then either send your first video with the call to action. Like, this would be so fly. Make your first video. You can even say, this is my first video, I'm giving it a try, but make sure that hook is good, right? Get into it. Help the person. Don't make it all about you. Just get into it. Send that video to 20 people that you already know on your email list and your text messages on LinkedIn, and just say, this is my first video on my channel. It's about XYZ. It's where I teach you how to XYZ. Would you take a look at it? Have that person take a look at it, but link them all over to YouTube so they can see your calls to action. And make sure when you do the calls to action, you don't just say, look in the link below. You also say what it is. So go to my stan.store/. So say it audibly in case somebody is not clicking on the link. They can go to it. So what you see what I'm saying? So you make your first, this is like a little hack. You make your first video, your next video on YouTube. Make it with a great hook, give it a great substance, teach something, 15 minutes, whatever. Send that video today to 10 people, 20 people you already know and say, "Will you take a look at it?" Have a call to action already set up on Stand Store where you have something they can buy for $99 and see if you can make a sale. Then have your YouTube channel built over time, once or twice a week, once or twice a week, post a video. Don't worry about how many views it gets. Just worry that it gets any views. Like you want it to have some views, 5, 10, 20 views. That's all you're caring about. That's all you care about. Say that in the comments if you're still with me. If you're still with me, woo, you're a real one. Just say, I don't care about views. I care about quality of viewers. I don't care about how many views. I care about quality of viewers because then the quality of viewers are going to click through and are going to make something happen for you. So I hope this gave you a lot to think about. I hope you'll join me in my YouTube revenue challenge. The link will be below. Um, Check out my Stand Store. Check out your first 5K for free. We're really making moves happen. Remember, $413,000 on Stand, $4,000 total throughout all of my income streams that are like entrepreneur related, right? Because I have investments and stuff that's separate. $4,000 in my info business and consulting business per day. And I'm telling you how to make 4,000 per month. Do you believe me?